Well, hi, everybody. I'm Shari with Live Well Naturally. And today we're going to talk about diffuser blends that are really good to aid in your digestion. So stay with me and we'll go figure it out. All right, let's dive into diffusers. I'm excited. This is a fun, creative way to enjoy your oils. Again, when I wanted to figure out how to share with you my passion for plant-based products, and I wanted it to be sustainable for both myself to produce, but also for you to enjoy, I wanted it to feel like a little coffee break. So I combined those two words, express and the concept of a coffee break, and came up with espresso. So let's learn together how to live well naturally. And oh, I skipped a thing. This is a little collage about myself, just to kind of give you a glimpse into a little more about me. I love being in, on, and around the water. I love time with my family, dogs, music, beach, all of it. And back in 2018, when I got into doTERRA, I felt better. And all of these moments were sweeter because I felt like I was enjoying them more. I had more vitality. I was more present, less stressed. And so I dove into doTERRA. I've been to several of their conventions. I've successfully incorporated a lot of their products into my daily routine. And as this was all happening, I realized I want you to have this too. I want you to feel your best and swap out toxic cleaners, learn how to find plant-based products for your personal care, toiletries, oral care, skin care, things like that, et cetera, et cetera. So I realized that this would be a great opportunity to share this with you. So this week, there's a little delay on that for some reason. I'm sorry. Here we go. This week, we're talking all about diffusing essential oils, specifically for digestive upsets and for providing some soothing relief. So these are just three of many, many recipes. I just thought I would start somewhere. You can screenshot this. You're welcome to use this in your own home. The first one is 4 drops of grapefruit, 2 drops of lemon, 1 drop of cedarwood, peppermint, lang lang. The next one, separately from that, is 3 drops of ginger, 3 drops of grapefruit, and 2 drops of peppermint. And lastly, a third choice would be 4 drops of spearmint, 2 drops of ginger, and 2 drops of cardamom, and 2 drops of lavender. So experiment with these, see if you like them or not. If you do, make note. You can also slightly tweak them, eliminate one of the products, maybe you don't have it, or substitute something. Just have fun with it and don't worry. Just play. So along those lines, I wanted to try to help explain to you how you can create your own recipes. Maybe you like those three, maybe you didn't try them, maybe you want to just start on your own. Whatever the case may be, you don't have to stop there. You can keep going. So here's some basic rules of thumb for starting creating your own formulations. First of all, too, let me explain that this is a Pilot Max diffuser. I like it because it's chargeable, it has the cord, and then once it's charged up, you can unplug it. When we're camping, we can put it out on the picnic table, maybe with some citronella to keep the bugs away, back into our RV just to freshen things up. At night, I like to use Breathe. So this is really handy for that kind of on the go need. Another one that's chargeable and cordless is our little bubble diffuser. Now, it will only hold one bottle, so you're not going to get so creative with this diffuser, but it's handy in its own right. So, like, for example, if you put digestin in here, that is a proprietary blend. So you're going to have several oils within the bottle. You put it over to normal. Yeah, you can see that. And it's motion censored. So I have these in all of our bathrooms, in the RV and in our house. I like it because it's not going to go nonstop like the other diffusers, but it's going to be as people walk in and walk out, they get a little um, like spruce up. And so it kind of freshens up the room. Okay, back to this pink square. So what you want to do is choose one oil from 2 or 3, maybe 4 different categories, but I tend to do 2 or 3. And to break it down, the oils can come from floral or citrus or woodsy. Sometimes it's spicy. There's actually a fifth one too, minty, I think is what I have on one of my slides. But the idea is that if you took lime, and lemon and orange and put it all into a diffusing blend, it's not wrong, but it would just be very citrusy. And so if you're wanting kind of a more well-rounded formulation, it helps to kind of pull from these different categories. And it just helps me think about, okay, what am I missing? So off the cuff, as a suggestion would be like floral would maybe be jasmine, and then citrus could maybe be like wild orange. It kind of has a heavier note to round out the sweetness of the jasmine. And then maybe you'd throw in also a drop or two of, like cypress or something to give it kind of a woodsy feel too. Again, this is a subjective thing. There's no right or wrong, which for me made it a little bit hard initially. Why is that? Oh, I'm sorry. I had a timer set for something else. We'll carry on. Um, Initially, the looseness of creating diffuser formulations made it hard for me because I wanted to do it right, and I'm kind of a recovering perfectionist, and I kind of got stymied at first. But once I cracked it past that, and I was just like, I'm just going to go for it. It has been so much fun because it's kind of like art. There's no wrong answer. It's subjective. Some you're going to like more than other formulations, and same with your friends and family. So one of my favorite formulations is 4 drops. I just did this recently. See if I can remember. 4 drops of frankincense, 2 drops of metapower, and 2 drops of vanilla. And it's just so lovely. And luckily, I remembered what I had done because as I was diffusing it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I have to remember what this is and repeat it." And I have. So again, have fun with it. There's no wrong answers. Just really enjoy the process. So be creative. Oh, here's the five sections. I don't know if this is official. This is just how my mind processes it. I know for sure there's floral, citrus, and woodsy. Mint technically is a floral plant, right? It has little blossoms, and spicy could probably be traced to any of these other categories, but this is kind of how my mind works. So floral would be, your jasmine, your magnolia, things that are obviously rose, floral. Citrus, kind of self-explanatory, lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit, things like that. Woodsy is anything tree related. So immediately you think of maybe like cypress or Douglas fir, but don't forget frankincense comes from a tree. So does copaiba, things like that. Mint, we have all kinds of wonderful mints, including our super mint, which is a blend of 4 mints. And then spicy, I kind of just threw in there because sometimes when I formulate with something that's like clove or cinnamon, even though they fit in other categories, I just feel like they're kind of their own category. So this hopefully helps you get creative with your process. So here's some do-it-yourself blends, and I just tried to kind of get a focal point to show how this works for us, right? So maybe you have a teenager that plays basketball and their room is kind of stinky, like after they've been there, their gym clothes are in the room. Maybe the garage has gotten a little musty. You want to do a diffuser with the emphasis on like kind of a cleaning, renewal, kind of a refreshing vibe. So you can lean into tea tree, oregano, on guard. All of those are what I think of when I think of like something that's going to help clean the air. And that would be your main. So maybe that would be 4 drops. And then now, each diffuser holds 5 to 8 drops. So from there, you still have like 1 to 4 more drops to play with. So then you go to your other categories and figure out what you want to round it out with. Maybe tea tree, you want to pair it up with some uh, lemon to kind of freshen it up that way. Or on guard, maybe you want to add some frankincense with it. There's all kinds of options. The middle one is energizing. So lead with peppermint, lemon, cinnamon. All of those to me are very energizing oils. Again, that would be your main oil, 4 drops. And then you add from a couple other categories besides what you've chosen. Peppermint would be a floral, lemon would be citrus, cinnamon is my spicy category. Lastly, soothing. So all things soothing, I think of lavender, I think of Roman chamomile. Serenity is a really great blend for soothing. And then again, that would be your 4 drops, and then go from there. You can always round it out with vanillas, very lovely, things that are just kind of like calming to you. So this is our health philosophy. I'm going to spend a minute on this because I really, really love what we've done here. The first four levels from the ground up are all within your control. Isn't that so wonderful? And so nutrition, last week we talked about our gut health and we went over our vitamins and probiotics and things that we can use to help with our digestion, enzymes, things like that. The next level up is movement and metabolism or metabolic health. So we have deep blue that will help if you have sore muscles. My husband's about to start playing baseball today. That's what my timer was for. He uses deep blue on his shoulder before he goes to his game and afterwards for recovery. Metabolic health, we have a whole line just for this, and I will do a class on it. It's on my list of things to cover. It's called MetaPower. The PWR for power stands for personal wellness realized. And it's just so helpful to make sure that your body is running clean and smooth and stable. That's the word. Rest and manage stress. I'm fortunate that I tend to sleep well at night. Sometimes I talk, so I don't know if it's good for my husband, but I'm a sleeper. But I know that this is a challenge for a lot of people. So you're not alone if you don't get a good night's rest. It's so important that you do. We have a wonderful blend called Serenity, and I would love to tell you more about that. And again, we'll do a class on that. Managing stress, I can hold something heavy for a minute, maybe even out with my arm like this. Maybe even 5 or 10, maybe even half an hour. The point is, I can do it for a bit and then it gets stressful because it's too much. And that's the analogy that's, I think, really visual for handling stress. We're all going to have stress. We're all going to have moments where we feel a little stressed out. But it's not about never feeling stress. It's about how long do you feel it for? Once we have a stressful moment, are we able to shake it off and then just like balance out our thoughts, take some breaths, go for a walk, managing our stress. And we have a great line called Adaptive for that. Reducing toxicity, each class touches on that because anytime we can swap out toxic products, the over the counter products for digestion instead of these plant based oils to diffuse and enjoy, we are helping our body not have to manage so much toxic load. Informed self care, you're doing this right now. Thank you so much for joining me. The more we learn how to live better and live well, it's going to just pay off dividends. And lastly, everybody needs professional guidance from time to time. We have a great naturopath doctor in San Diego if you're in the area, but we love integrative medicine. We honor Western medicine and also really align ourselves to Eastern. And so the balance of the two is a beautiful blend. All right, expresses are happening every Wednesday, 9 a.m. Pacific time on down the time chart. 15-minute chats. I have my timer going. I'm very respectful of staying within the 15 minutes. And then Wellness Wednesdays, I've decided to pack everything into Wednesday. So the print that's in blue is because it doesn't start until June. The first Wednesday and the third Wednesday in June, we're going to be having our DIY workshops and our aroma yoga classes here in San Diego. Now, already up and running are the fuchsia colored blocks. In addition to our espresso, the second Wednesday at 10 a.m. on down the line there, we're going to do customer orientation. You're welcome to join. You can take it as many times as you want. You can send people who you've signed up so that they can get familiar with the doTERRA's website and how you manage your account. The fourth Wednesday at 10 o'clock on down the time change or the time zones, we're going to do one for builders. So if you're curious about the business, you want to know more, there's no obligation. You can log on, kind of learn how you would do this as a business and what it takes. All right. So thank you so much. I'm down to just 40 seconds. I'm great at staying in the 15 minutes. This is how you can keep in touch with me. The first phone number is for text messages. I don't use this for calling, but it's a great way to get connected and get started. If you like emails, it's sherry@livewellnaturally.us. If you're not on my YouTube channel, I really would love it if you would get on there and like and smash subscribe, help me with my stats and my followings. And then I have a beautiful website made for my friend Brittany. It's liveallnaturally.us. And of course, I'm on social media, Insta and Facebook at liveallnaturally.us. So I hope you have a really beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, bye bye.